Hey, it's me, unapologetically T. I just wanted to come on here and say I don't know who needs to hear this today because like everybody says this, right? But I really don't know who needs to hear this today. However, for me, I needed to hear this today, so I recorded it. And I will look back on it. But when you go through extreme amounts of abuse, whether you have to return to your abusers and face them or not, whether you're still in the phase of you're trying to convince your abusers, you will eventually get to a point where you make it out alive. No one talks about you surviving and making it out alive and readjusting and healing and that whole process. It is fucking hard. It is painful. It is simply a grief of your old self, the self that you can never be again. It is a grief of letting go of people who you thought loved you. It is a grief. It is a grief. It is a grief that you must not get over, but you must go through. Once you get to the point of getting through adjusting to you're no longer a victim. So for me, I realized it was 3 stages for me. There was the stage of victimization, which we as victims have to go through. For anyone who is shaming people in the victimization stage, I am not talking about those who have been victim for I don't know how many years and they are literally milking it to be an abuser themselves. See, that's the abusers. Those are not the real victims. Those are their abusers. They have allowed themselves to sit in victimization for too long, and now they're literally become the same abuser that abused them to originate with. I am talking about people who are literally victims and they are starting in their healing journey. They are realizing that literally what I've been going through is abuse. Those are the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people who realize that they have been abused, but they're using it and milking it and abusing others. Literally focus on you are really coming to a realization that I've been abused all these years. And you get through that moment and you realize like I no longer want to sit in this shit. I want to claim my power. So you go through survival mode and not survival, survivor. So you go through survivor mode and that's literally where you are experiencing that deep grief. Grief of self and grief of no longer being that victim anymore, no longer allowing motherfuckers to abuse you anymore, no matter who they are. So you're literally are stepping into your power when you become that survivor. Then there's another piece that we don't speak about. And I definitely was inspired yesterday by someone else online, but the victor. So the survivor is definitely a stage that's needed. It's very empowering once you realize like, hey, look, I survived all this shit and I would never let you do anything to me again. But then there is the part of the victor. And the victor, that part, maybe if we discuss that part more people would be inclined to try to not get over, but get through. Once you are able to get through victimization, survivor mode, you become a victor. You become a person who literally steps into your full potential, your full power, your full victory. You no longer allow anything or anyone to access space, time, or even get a whiff of your energy if you pick up what I'm putting down. It does not mean that God does not still send you on assignments, but your assignments are not the struggle bus. You are the victor, and the victor for you will look different for everyone else. Being the victor, think about the word victory, victorious. Like you have won. You have won. You have won. You have won within. They no longer can fucking touch you mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. They have no control. You have literally starved them out from you. So I wanted to talk about that briefly for someone who is literally going through these stages of healing from extreme abuse. I am in my victor stage, and I'm not gonna boast, but I'm definitely gonna brag. I am going to brag about how far I've come. What's meant for me, I've always felt this way. It was meant for me, it's meant for me, but I feel this way on a whole nother level. I have had to let go of some pretty close, what I thought was close just by titles, attachments. I have had to learn how to thrive in a toxic environment. It is a day-to-day effort to literally have peace in chaos. And that's when I knew I was victorious and I had won. There's nothing no one can do to me unless God or I allow it. Literally, I am in control of my story. I am the wielder of the pen. I am victorious. I am the victor. And you are too. Even if you don't feel like you're there yet, you are too. And if you're not at that point, one day you will be. So keep going. Don't give up. That is the key. Don't give up. Even when you feel like you are tired, don't give up. I felt like I could not do it. I felt like I would not make it. I told myself everything of why I would not get through what I had to get through. Nope. Yeah, I wouldn't get through what I had to get through. Because I had practiced getting over it, like acting like it didn't exist and just carrying on forward, and it got me nowhere. So getting through it has gotten me, I have taken astronomical leaps, and I will be taking a quantum jump soon. So I am proud of me, and I want you to be proud of you, and no matter what stage you are at, no one can tell you how to feel. Yeah, so I just hold space for those who share this common struggle right now. You are not alone. There are so many others out here. That's why I do these videos, and I do them raw and I do them authentic, because there's not a lot of us healing and talking about these things publicly. And I feel like publicly, people like myself that are called to do these videos, like I literally told people I was definitely introverted and shy, and I grew up that we don't talk about, our personal business. Like, I was literally Bruno. If you get the Encanto joke. But we don't talk about those things. And so literally it was bestowed on me to genuinely, publicly heal in front of everyone, and talk about these things in front of everyone. And I had to do this publicly for those who are doing it privately, because everybody is not in them to do it. And that is completely fine. Literally, I get it. But I had to step outside my comfort zone and speak finally. So I hope that this is helping people who are suffering in silence. Please don't think that you're alone, and don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone. You don't have to do these videos, but find someone safe to talk to. There are safe people out here. I promise you there are. Literally, though, you have to break the cycle so you're able to see who is safe and who is not. And you'll feel it. Your body will let you know. But I am going to head on out on that one. I'm going to give me some rest. And I hope that everybody has a good day. For me, it started out gloomy, but I do see the sun coming out, so I might go get me some. You should go outside too. Touch some grass if you can. But all right, bye y'all.